Alright, back with the semi-weekly update. Gonna try to make them quick and a little bit less talking just to get through it. Kind of tired, just cut some grass, so gonna be a quick update today, but that's alright. Alright, cabbage. The cabbages are doing pretty good. One of them has some pretty severe slug cabbage looper damage that's may affect the head, but we'll see. But it's funny how this one, the first one on the end here, that started out as the weakest. I noticed the leaves were very pale, green, yellowish, and I was kind of worried that it may not make it. Actually turned out, I gave it some blood meal, and it seems to have recovered a lot, and it almost looks like it's the best, or maybe the second best head so far, forming nicely, which is kind of interesting. But as you see, it's starting to form down there. Very minimal. I mean, no damage really on the head. Maybe a little bit of slug damage here and there, but not a whole lot. This one is smaller, but still pretty good. A little bit of cabbage worm damage in there, but not too severe. This one is okay. This one is probably the biggest one. Biggest / best one. Sun's kind of messing me up here, but as you see, I don't know what looks better on the picture, so I'll try to do a little bit of both. Yeah, covering a little bit of sun, but as you see, pretty good, pretty big, minimal damage. This is the worst one here. What it started out as the best one, and now it's got the most damage. You see even the slug, not slug, the cabbage worm frass in there, I think it's called, right? Poop in there, basically. Giving the carrots some better sun. I usually have them covered to keep the squirrels out, but since I'm out here, I'm leaving them uncovered. Potatoes doing very nicely. I mean, I hope. They basically took over there are sunchokes in back there, but I mean, you can see one that's a little bit taller, one that's a little bit shorter, and then the one I thought I planted 5 back there in like a star kind of pattern, 2 in the back, 1 in the middle, and then 2 in the end, but I only see like 3 come up. I know 1 got chewed off by a squirrel, so we'll see how that develops. They'll get a bit more sun after the potatoes are done. Potatoes are done hopefully in July at some point, and I don't know what I'll do in those pots. Maybe more carrots. I don't know. I have those 3 huge pots now. You know, the two real big ones I got from work, and the 1 big one I ordered from Amazon. And then I have this tub as well, this tote that I'm using. So we'll see what I can put in there. Ground cherries have exploded in growth recently since the last video. Peppers that I got from Paige's school. Not doing a whole lot. Of course, they like it hot, so we'll see how that goes. The onions and leeks, not doing so hot, especially this bed over here. The first ones I got, you see I'm gonna have to pull those out. They're dying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's something in the soil, some disease. I don't know if it's the allium leaf miner, some kind of pest. I don't know if I'm overwatering, underwatering. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having troubles with basically all alliums, the leeks, the garlic, the onions. I didn't do garlic because it performed so poorly last year. What else we got here? Let me go over here. Let me give you a picture of these here. Sage we got from the Amish nursery. Oregano that I just took a cutting of, stuck in a pot. And it's being a mint. It has survived and is recovering. Random onion. The rosemary we got from the Amish nursery. It's doing well, I guess. Green onions that I started off, the harvest season soon. I gotta get through this. I gotta finish processing the oregano before it goes to flower. The oregano, which I am now starting to harvest and dehydrate, bushing out very, very nicely. I really need to cut this back as that dries. Another ground cherry, potted cabbage, small, but getting there. Another one, small. Bud getting there. Tomato that I potted up, I think it's called Big Daddy. Onions, I mean, they're kind of getting there. I don't know. They're doing okay, I guess. Doesn't look like they're flopping too much. Regular sweet basil that I potted up into these nursery flats. Red Reuben basil. The buckwheat is filling a nice carpet. I'll let that get as tall as it can, and then I'll chop it down and then throw it around the garden somewhere and put a new layer in. I used to put beans and stuff over here, but I don't know, maybe. The side area of sunchokes, all those over there I did not plant. I mean, I think I planted 12 here, I think in 2 rows. These ones are outside the border, so I would not have planted those. And these are all along the edge of the border, so I would not have planted those. So we'll see how this goes. If I keep them, or if I let them go all the way to harvest, maturity, I don't know. More carrots. Ground cherry. I think that's the Aunt Molly's, because I have these other ones. These ones, see how they like crinkly, wrinkly leaves, and these ones have like smaller leaves. Now this next one over here got chewed up by a squirrel, got topped off, but I don't know. It looks like it may recover, so we'll see. But you see how these leaves are small, like smoother, so it must be a different variety. I did order a different variety. This must be it, because I didn't order any Aunt Molly's. I just used the ones that I saved for myself from last year that I grew myself. More Big Daddy tomatoes I gotta pot up or get in the ground somewhere. There's more basil over there, still on that starter cell. Ground cherry. Tomatoes that I got in the ground back there. I'm not doing much again because it's been cooler. Been the cooler May. And you see there are some ground cherry buds in there. I don't know if I can get it in the frame. I can't really see, it's the glare. But yeah. And alright, I guess that's about it. I want to cut this one short. I mean, I guess I can kind of go along. Let's go along the side and get the... these I just sunchokes that I never got to do anything. I didn't give away. I didn't process them. I didn't plant them. But I'm just gonna let them grow as much as they can in this little window box thing, just for biomass. You know, just to let them grow up, cut them down, and then you use it as a mulch. Oh, look! I found my thing. I was looking for this for my trimmers, my snips. Look at that. Okay, let's go along the side. Just do a real quick jaunt to the front here. Some grass that I planted there came in. I really should throw buckwheat there. The side sunchoke bed. This area doesn't even gets less sun, I think, of any of the areas. Actually, you may get more than the front now. But because this gets it in the morning until early afternoon. I have a feeling the sunchokes will probably do pretty decent here. I mean, this was totally unamended soil here. I just threw guinea pig bedding on it, some weeds, and so on, and just let it go for a season. And now I planted the sunchokes in there. Sunchokes that I must have missed from last year. I put a ground cheer here, which is not doing so hot. The peonies get overtaken by the salvias. The salvias just take over this complete bed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the peonies are going to do. They just get shaded out. So, and this one is coming, but it looks like the bud's dying. It looks like the bud is dying. Now, I don't water them. I don't know if that's why. I just thought they've been seeming like they were doing okay without being watered, but I don't know. Yeah, here was, I thought I was making a shorter video. I think I am going to end soon since I'm almost done. As you see, the salvias just really bush out nicely, and they really are pretty flowers. The aromatic asters really could use some support, but they might be all right if they lean up against the peonies here and the salvias. This was a full sunchoke bed last year, but I try something different and threw potatoes in there. And I haven't watered these guys at all, just natural rainfall. I'm gonna try to keep that, just see what happens. I do want to send another layer mulch on there, just to help with moisture. There is a sunchoke back there, as you see, that I did not, I must have missed digging it up. The roses on their way out, but still just beautiful. Yeah. Strawberries, I need to water these guys this morning. The ones that I have the cages on seem to be doing, okay. The ones that I don't, I think the squirrels have probably picked at them because they're little brown spots and they probably nibble on it, and once a little nibble on it, little hole in it, it starts to decay. So, but yeah, the ones where I don't, the ones that I did keep protected here, as you see, there are fruit developing down there. So we'll see. The bachelor's button's starting to get ready to bud out. I should really water these guys. I need to weed up. I need to get this grass done too. Yeah, it would look nicer. I should have done that first before doing the video. I planted onions down there. Again, see the front area, I just don't get around the watering since it's a little harder to get the watering. Everything in the back, I really need to think my plan with where I put stuff, because the front yard needs to be stuff that does not need supplemental rain or supplemental watering. I just don't get around to it. I never feel like getting the hose out, and because it's harder to get the hose because this area is here that I don't want to trample it with the hose, so I'm extra careful. It'd be extra slow. But anyway, all right, that's it. So that's the progress now. And I probably either today or tomorrow we'll cut this grass, so this will look a little nicer, this area, the front yard here. These are those violets, the common violets that Kelly said she likes, so I'm keeping these and letting them, at least for a while, because I'm sure they'll come back, because they've already bloomed. And there's the hosta from Kelly's mom's house. Very nice, very good. All right, that's it. All right, I'll be back in a couple weeks.